miles away.
Welcome to the show, Lumia. I know that you're a photographer. You must enjoy taking photos.
I do. It's what I do best.
There are all kinds of photographers, aren't there?
Yes, some photographers take photos of important moments at weddings. Others take photos of clothing and fashion items.
So there are wedding photographers and fashion photographers.
That's right.
There are also news photographers.
Right, they take photos of people and events in the news.
What about wildlife photographers?
They have to find creatures in the wild and take pictures of them. That takes some luck.
So what kind of photographer are you, Lumia?
I'm a sports photographer. I go to a lot of sports events. I love my job, but it's not easy.
There are many different kinds of photographers. Wedding photographers take pictures of important moments at weddings. News photographers work for newspapers and magazines. They take photos of people or events in the news. Fashion photographers take photos that show clothes and new fashion items. Wildlife photographers take photos of wild animals as well as birds and creatures in the ocean. Sports photographers take pictures at sports events. It takes skill to get good photos of people and animals in action. It also takes some luck. Photographers love what they do, but it's not an easy job. Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Talk in English. My name's Peter, welcome to today's show.
Hi friends, it's another great day here at Let's Talk in English. I'm Pauline, looking forward to learning with you today. Today we're talking about jobs.
That's right, all about photographers. This was great to talk about yesterday. Many people like to take photos. They take photos to remember important events, places, and friends.
But some people take photos for their job. We can talk some more about photographers' jobs today.
Hey Pauline, I hear people use the word capture when talking about photography. What does that mean?
Oh, that's a little hard, but it means to get, to take. We might say this photo is great. It captures the moment. It just shows you it. It holds it. Each photo shows a moment of time, and great photos capture the moment.
Right, or maybe it captures the mood. Photos are really interesting this way, aren't they? When you see a photo from the past, maybe your last birthday, you can think back to that moment and remember all your friends that were there. This makes photos really important to us.
And that's why we often pay professional photographers for big events like weddings that we want to remember for the rest of our lives. Well, we're going to talk a lot more about this today, but for now, let's go learn some keywords with Jack.
Hello， 今天接受访问的摄影师是 Lumia。Lumia 说，有些摄影师是专门拍婚礼的。They take photos of important moments at weddings. 他们拍下婚礼中重要的时刻。名词时刻就是 moment。另外，有些是服装时尚方面的摄影师。They take pictures of fashion items. 他们拍的是时尚物件。名词 fashion 就是时尚。还有些摄影师是专门拍野生动物的。野生动植物是 wildlife. They take pictures of wildlife. 这些摄影师呢，必须在荒野中找到要拍摄的 creature。名词 creature 就是生物或动物。They have to find creatures in the wild. 至于能不能找到，就需要一点运气咯。It takes some luck. 不可数名词 luck 指运气、好运。
Welcome to the show, Lumia. I know that you're a photographer. You must enjoy taking photos.
I do. It's what I do best.
There are all kinds of photographers, aren't there?
Yes, some photographers take photos of important moments at weddings. Others take photos of clothing and fashion items.
So there are wedding photographers and fashion photographers.
That's right.
So today we have a guest on the show. Greg is the host of the show, so he will ask the guest some questions. We call this an interview, or we say Greg interviews a guest. The name of the guest is Lumia.
Greg welcomes her and then tells us a little bit about her. She is a photographer. A photographer takes photos. We all know that. So Greg says, you must enjoy taking photos.
This is a good sentence. Pauline, you are a good teacher. You must enjoy teaching.
Well, yes, I do. So this is when you pretty much know the answer or you think you know, then you can use questions like this. And the other person tells you if you are right or wrong.
And Greg is right. Lumia does enjoy taking photos. It's what she does best.
What do you do best? It is probably something you enjoy doing.
Maybe it feels weird to say that about yourself, but it's true. Here is Jack to tell us more about this sentence.
Lumia 说，摄影是她做的最好的事。It's what I do best。换句话说，是她最擅长的事。这个短句子的基本结构就是 it's 加补语。What I do best 是名词子句做补语，这样看句子就比较看得懂了。What 就是什么的事 ，What I do best 就是我做的最好的事。What you told me 就是你告诉我的事。What they're looking for 就是他们在找的东西。所以如果我说 That's what you told me 是那就是你告诉我的，或者Is this what they're looking for？ 这是他们在找的东西吗？这类的名词子句做补语，你学会了吗？
Thanks for the help, Jack. I think teaching is what you do best. So then Greg asks, there are all kinds of photographers, aren't there? This is a sentence we can practice.
Okay, well, there are all kinds of students, aren't there? Each one is different.
There are all kinds of cars, aren't there? Different colors and sizes.
This is an easy sentence to practice, isn't it? Just follow our example and try your own.
We learn more about photographers here. Some photographers take photos of important moments, like weddings. Others take photos of clothing and fashion items.
We see that word moment again. We talked a little bit about it. A moment is like a moment of time. It's just a little bit of it. I remember many moments of time. They are valuable to me.
That's why photos are so important to us. They keep that moment for us. Remember, they capture it for us. We can look at the photo and remember what happened.
A wedding is a special time. That's when two people get married. You want a lot of photos of that celebration. These people are the wedding photographers.
Lumia also tells us about fashion photographers. They might take photos of clothing and fashion items.
Well, do you like fashion? Let's talk about it for a moment.
Ooh, fashion. When I think about fashion, I think about magazines where you look at models wearing all different kinds of clothes. I know some people really like looking at those magazines, although it's not my favorite thing to do.
Right. I like how creative it is. It's a type of art that works with clothing and fabric. We all have different things that we enjoy, and this is one type of art.
Well, if you were a professional photographer, What would you want to take pictures of? Talk about that during the break, and then we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back, friends. Today we're having a great lesson about photography.
Yes, we can talk about cameras in different jobs. When you take a photograph, you use a camera, of course, but you see the picture through a lens. You take the picture through a lens. Practice saying that word at home.
And if you're a professional photographer, you will have lots of different lenses.
Yes, they can be very expensive.
That's right. Well, let's get back to our conversation now and learn some more.
There are also news photographers.
Right. They take photos of people and events in the news.
What about wildlife photographers?
They have to find creatures in the wild and take pictures of them. That takes some luck.
So, what kind of photographer are you, Lumia?
I'm a sports photographer. I go to a lot of sports events. I love my job, but it's not easy.
So we talked about wedding photographers, fashion photographers, but there's much more.
Yes, like news photographers. People that work in the news and write the news are journalists. But there are also news photographers, and they might be journalists too.
Would you like to take photos of people and events in the news? Why or why not?
Oh, I think it would be very interesting. You would be learning about things happening in the world and helping to tell the story to everyone else.
You would be able to travel and hear about politics and see important people too.
Well, I think it would be an adventure, but what about wildlife photographers? That would be an amazing job.
Yes, I think of all the types of photographers, I think I would want to be a wildlife photographer. Think about this. You can go for hikes and take pictures of amazing animals and travel the world.
I would love that. I love spending time in nature and taking pictures of wildlife.
So would you say that you are a wildlife photographer, Pauline?
Oh, I would say I like taking pictures of wildlife, but it sounds too professional to say I am a wildlife photographer.
Probably you'd need a very expensive camera with a very long lens to say that you're a wildlife photographer. Well, one of my dream jobs is to be a wildlife photographer. When I was a kid, I would just dream of doing that job. So when you dream of something, you wish you could be that.
Do you have a dream job? I think many of us enjoy fashion or wildlife or travel, so we can imagine what it would be like to be a photographer of those things.
So we learn more about wildlife photographers. They have to find creatures in the wild and take pictures of them.
Creatures. Okay, these are animals or bugs or any living thing. I find all creatures to be interesting and beautiful in their own way.
And I don't think that it is easy to take photos of wildlife. That takes some luck.
Yeah, that takes some luck. And it also is today's
Calendar phrase.
That takes some luck.
That takes some luck. 那需要一些运气。
I want to catch a fish.
That takes some luck.
I want to catch the biggest fish in the river.
That takes some luck.
I want to catch the biggest fish in the world.
That takes some luck.
Then I'll be a famous fisherman.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
That takes some luck.
That takes some luck. 那需要一些运气。
That was a fun calendar phrase. Well, now that we practiced saying it, now let's go to Jack to learn more about it.
作为野生动物的摄影师，需要先找到动物才能拍照，所以需要一点运气。That takes some luck。所以动词 take 可以用来表达某件事需要什么才能完成。比如这件事情比想象中困难 ，It takes more time。那需要多一点时间。教导学生需要耐心 ，It takes patience。如果需要多多练习的话，就说 It takes a lot of practice。这种句子的后面也可以加不定词片语，比如 It takes patience to teach。教学需要耐心，或者 It takes a lot of practice to win the game。需要多多练习才能赢得比赛。
So we talked about wildlife photographers and news photographers, wedding photographers and fashion photographers. But what kind of photographer is Lumia?
Oh, Lumia, she is a sports photographer. She goes to a lot of sports events and loves her job, but it's not easy.
Well, I understand. I love learning languages, but it's not easy. And friends, we love that you come and learn with us every day. We know it's not easy, but thank you for practicing with us. Let's review together now what we've learned.
Here's today's first key word. Moment. Moment. That was a beautiful moment.
Fashion. Fashion. Steph enjoys fashion magazines.
Wildlife. Wildlife. I read books about wildlife.
Creature. Creature. Look at the creatures in the ocean.
Luck. Luck. It takes luck to catch a fish. Okay, friends, those are your keywords. Keep on saying them at home. And now let's go back and look at our lessons one more time together.
Welcome to the show, Lumia. I know that you're a photographer. You must enjoy taking photos.
I do. It's what I do best.
There are all kinds of photographers, aren't there?
Yes, some photographers take photos of important moments at weddings. Others take photos of clothing and fashion items.
So there are wedding photographers and fashion photographers.
That's right.
There are also news photographers.
Right. They take photos of people and events in the news.
What about wildlife photographers?
They have to find creatures in the wild and take pictures of them. That takes some luck.
So, what kind of photographer are you, Lumia?
I'm a sports photographer. I go to a lot of sports events. I love my job, but it's not easy.
Okay, smile. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
James, you're taking too many photos.
I'm practicing taking photos at different events. I want to be ready.
I know, but...
Hey, look. Here's a wedding photo of you.
Yeah, I'm so beautiful.
And here is a fashion photo of you.
Oh yeah, even more beautiful.
Oh, here is a sports photo of you.
Ooh, delete that. I look terrible.
And here is a wildlife photo of you running. An animal in action.
Where? I don't see me.
You're not in the photo. You ran too fast.
Very funny. Oh, taking good photos takes practice.
It also takes some luck.
And you need a lot more practice and a lot more luck. Just kidding.
such a nice night, Ned.
Yes.
And this park is very romantic.
Yes. And there are so many frogs.
Yes.
There are several sizes of frogs, aren't there?
Excuse me?
That was a super sentence.
Wow. It's Super Sentence Man.
Hi, Super Sentence Man.
Hello. I believe Ned said today's super sentence. There aren't there. You said there are several sizes of frogs, aren't there?
Yes, I did.
Well, that was an interesting question, but it's a super sentence. Do you have one for me?
Sure. There are many kinds of animals, aren't there?
There are many kinds of animals, aren't there? Excellent. Remember, well, why don't you say it with me?
A super sentence every day will make your English great.
No, Ned. Can you think of a better question to ask?
There are several sizes of frogs, aren't there?
Yeah, not that one.
But I like frogs.
Well, talk about the stars. Good luck and goodbye.
Oh.
What were you saying about frogs, Ned?
Oh, nothing. But look, there are many stars in the sky, aren't there?
Yes, wow.
It's really beautiful.
It sure is.
Well, friends, we talked a lot about different types of photographers. Well, I have a lot of friends that their dream job would be to be a sports photographer.
Oh, sure. Of course, anybody who loves sports would love to get paid to go and watch lots of different games and take pictures of them.
Well, I'm starting to see a pattern. If you like a certain topic, if you like art or sports or nature, then maybe you should find a job in that area so you can be around it all day.
Ooh, you know what kind of photographer I want to be?
What kind?
Well, a travel photographer would be great, but also I would love to be an underwater photographer.
Wow, that would be an adventure. You could scuba dive every day and look at fish and take pictures.
Exactly, it would be amazing. Well, teaching is pretty good though too. So, friends, thanks for joining us today and we'll see you tomorrow right here on
Let's Talk in English.
Goodbye.